So I just wanted to do a quick shop tour and kind of update on what's going on in the shop. It's kind of a mess, but as you remember, coming in the door here, my compressor, dehumidifier, garage door, I've got some long chunks of sapele, 8/4 sapele sitting there. Plywood, the Fez tool, track saw and all that, I was cutting that up. My miter sled over there. I got my unisaw here, and I've been trying to sell it because I got this Grizzly in a package deal. I didn't really want it, but to get the jointer that I wanted, I had to buy 3 tools. So I was trying to sell this, but it hasn't been selling. So I think I might keep it and try to figure something out. Maybe I'll set up, put the unisaw back here, and then throw the Grizzly on the back end of the table as like a dedicated dado stack. Maybe do something like that. So while I'm looking at this on the countertop there, on the outfeed table rather, I'm building a countertop out of sapele. That's what that sapele against the door was for. So I did quite a bit of glue up there, and that should be getting put together today. I have my Mini Max sitting here, bandsaw, that has yet to be hooked up because I have to run an entire new circuit for it. It's been sitting here for 3 months, something like that. So that's got to get done. More sapele on the floor. Over here is my more of a mess. My cabinet system here with a bunch of tools on it. My Fez tools and toolboxes and some of this stuff, you know, as a contractor too. This is more of my woodworking shop. So I have another garage next door. So a lot of this stuff is going to wind up over there. Like you see that Bosch box there, that's a jackhammer. Stuff that really doesn't belong in a woodworking shop. So some of this stuff is going to wind up next door, and then I'll have plenty of room. I see up there's a ram set. So certain things. My big comfy chair, which is now covered in junk. I got some cord storage here. I just hung some hooks there to hang my extension cords, hoses, that kind of thing. And then I built this. I don't remember if this was in the last shop tour, but I built this basically rack for sheet goods because I had so much stuff on the floor. It was taking up so much room that I needed to get something where I could stack the stuff vertically and take up less of a footprint on the floor. Then on this side, a bunch of clamps and stuff just kind of hanging on the wall. And then this section here, which is right now has a bunch of junk in it. I think this is going to be my workbench. Eventually I'm going to build a proper woodworking bench. That's going to go probably here. I have a connection down in North Carolina who hopefully I'm going to be getting some hard maple, some walnut, some cherry. So hopefully I'll have pretty decent stock of lumber soon, rough sawn. And that'll all go here. Here's my cutoffs. I built this little, quick put together mobile rack, pocket screwed it together. Took maybe, I don't know, an hour. Put that together just to get all the little cutoffs and stuff, because you wind up with stuff like this. And I think that's poplar. You wind up with little chunks like that, and what do you do with them? You either throw them out or you put them in here just to kind of save them for who knows what. I'll probably never use it. It just take up more and more space, and then eventually I'll chuck it. But at least if I have it there, it's available. If I have a small project, I need a small piece, I don't have to get rid of something big. My Bosch glide saw, I just have set up on some sawhorses here. Eventually that's going to go on this back wall. And on that back wall, I'm going to build a long bench, basically the entire length of the shop. And I will have the chop box back there and some other stuff too. I think I'm going to try to set up like the Craig jig, my sander there, and set them up on some kind of like a modular system where I could take them up onto the table where they're flush with the table, and then put them back underneath the counter and just kind of swap them out. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do with that. I got a little metal cabinet there with, there's a couple hand tools in there, some sanders and some hardware and a couple nail guns, little things like that. And then this is kind of the junk wall. It just kind of collects everything. Again, more subtly, I have a door, just random junk, Lexan, melamine sheets in the back there, some 1/4-inch cherry ply that's been sitting around forever. So I have all that stuff there. I have my little grinder bench here. That's on wheels, so I could pull that out. And I have my one rough grinder there, the 8-inch. Allied, that's just got a rough grinder on the wire wheel. The other one has another rough wheel, but it's got a softer wheel too for hollow grinding chisels, that kind of thing. So that's the Delta variable speed grinder. On the bottom there I have my vise, that's upside down. Again, eventually I'll have places for all of this stuff. So on this thing here is more hardware and junk. It's kind of just a catch-all. I've got my Gayakocho Japanese saws here. I built a little walnut sleeve for that, as you can see, and that keeps them from getting banged up too much. So saves the teeth. Just put it into something and protect the saws. They're not super expensive, but you don't want to have to keep buying new ones. And then again, another metal cabinet. I ripped one of the doors off so I can access it. Some of this stuff is going to have to get moved around. So, you know, this is all, again, this is construction stuff in here. Decking systems and, you know, electrical staples and all kinds of, this is more of my construction cabinet, carpentry end of things. Then I've got my mechanics box. It's got all my screwdrivers, wrenches, all of that stuff. And I have an ammo box sitting up there. This is the trim nails for my guns I keep in this box. But one day I'll show you the other shop. I have a ton of those. I love ammo boxes. They're square. They're fairly cheap from military supply stores. And you could stack them nice and neat. They line up nice and neat. They're water resistant. So if you forget one outside, as long as it's closed, whatever hardware you have in there stays pretty dry, and you could beat the snot out of them. You could throw them off a roof, you can drop them on the ground, whatever it is. It's not plastic, it's not going to break. They're really tough. So for, I think I paid maybe $10 a piece for them, between $5 and $10 for those. And I probably have, I'm going to say 20 of them, and all kinds of hardware, all kinds of just odds and ends. So they're great for that kind of stuff. So I highly recommend ammo boxes for hardware storage. Then coming over here, I got my floor sweep hooked up to the dust collector. And I've got my drill press, which again, at this moment is a catch-all. I got to clean this shop up. I've just got so much stuff going on. But there's my drill press that I rebuilt. I posted a video on replacing the spindle bearings on that, and it was kind of a nightmare, but she runs real nice now. So it's a great machine. I love it. Works great. And this big table that I built and the box on the bottom, you know, the drawer, it's really served me well. I like the drill press. It's heavy. You can't move it very easily. It takes a couple guys, but it's fine where it is, and that's where it's staying because I don't really want to move it again. And then coming over, pretty much the last thing in the shop is the dust collector. So I bought one of those super dust deputies, the extra large, because I have a pretty decent size dust collector here. And that thing, it really does a nice job. As you can see, I think I showed it last time. I have a decent dust collection system up across the ceiling, and it comes down to this island of tools here, which I'll show you in a second actually. So the dust collector is not the last thing, but that that Cyclone does a great job of separating. I mean, it really does. It saves so many times emptying those bags, and if you've ever emptied these lower bags, you know they're a nightmare to get off and on, and they're really just a pain in the neck. So if you can set up a quick Cyclone system or a Thane top hat, something like that, which I had one of those before too, which works great. I highly recommend it. Definitely worth the couple dollars you're going to spend on it. And then over here, my router table. Pretty self-explanatory. I have a couple reviews, couple unboxing videos, and then kind of a how-to video on how it works and why I chose that system. This is the jointer that was part of that package deal that I wanted. I wanted this jointer bad, so I kind of had to pony up and buy the table saw and a molder, a planer molder along with it. So I had to buy 3 tools, but I got all of it for less than this machine is new. And as you can see, this machine it's pretty nice. So, you know, I got some sawdust on here from milling, but it's got the helical head on it. So all of these nice carbide teeth, they do a real nice job of milling figured woods and stuff like that. Really nice machine. So that's my joiner. This is all in like the center island. I'll back up over here and you can kind of see. So we started at that door there. So I have kind of these tools set up in like an island configuration, mostly for dust collection, so I can have all the dust collection shoot up at this one 6-inch trunk, and then it goes over to the dust collector over there. Over here, I just have a cheap lunchbox planer. It served me well. The jointer's 12 inches. This is 13, so you can't really do much more on a planer than you can the width of your joiner. So I haven't really seen the need to buy a permanent, you know, a stationary planer. So this does its job. I haven't had any issues with it. So I put it on a mobile base there. Locking casters, I have a video on that also. Just slides out, does a great job. And then this is the planer molder. I had to pick this up too, which is nice. I haven't really used it yet, but it's hooked up. And it came with, he gave me a bunch of knives for different molding profiles. So basically what you do is you set these fences, the width of whatever it is your material is, and then there's some knives in here. Let's see if I can show you. Yeah, so you can see each knife has a profile on it, and that spins just like a planer does, and you can make different size moldings. So I have crown molding blades, I have all kinds of stuff. He gave me probably like, I don't know, 10 different sets of knives. So I can make different moldings. I just don't really feel the need to do it. I haven't done it lately. So anyway, it works. It's there. And that's pretty much it. I don't think there's anything else to show you. So there you go. There's my shop tour. End of April, almost May 2016. There it is. All right. Have a good one, guys.